7 Stoic Principles so that nothing affects you according to Epictetus. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, outlines several principles and teachings to help individuals cultivate inner resilience and maintain emotional well-being in the face of life's challenges. Here are 7 key Stoic principles according to Epictetus that can help you remain unaffected by external circumstances. Differentiating between what's in your control and what's not is a fundamental principle of Stoicism, often attributed to Epictetus. This concept is central to maintaining inner peace and emotional well-being. Here's a deeper exploration of this principle. What's in your control, internal. These are aspects that you have direct control over. They include your thoughts, beliefs, attitudes, judgments, decisions, and actions. Your responses to situations, your values, and your character fall under this category. No external force can dictate or compel your internal state. What's not in your control, external. These are aspects that lie beyond your direct control. They encompass external events, other people's opinions and actions, the past, the future, and anything that happens outside of your mind and immediate influence. Attempting to control these external factors can lead to frustration, anxiety, and disappointment. The key to applying this principle effectively is to focus your attention and energy on what you can control while letting go of attachment to things beyond your control. By doing so, you can achieve a sense of inner freedom, resilience, and tranquility, regardless of the external circumstances you encounter. Examples. In your control, your decision to prepare thoroughly for a job interview, your effort to treat others with kindness, your choice to view a setback as a learning opportunity. Not in your control, the outcome of the job interview, whether you get the job or not, how someone else perceives or reacts to your kindness, external events like the weather, the actions and opinions of others. Practicing this principle involves mindfulness and self-awareness. When faced with a situation, pause and reflect on whether it falls within your sphere of control or not. If it's beyond your control, remind yourself to let go of any attachment to the outcome and focus on your own thoughts, attitudes, and actions. By internalizing this principle, you can liberate yourself from unnecessary stress, worry, and anxiety that arise from trying to control factors outside of your influence. Instead, you can channel your efforts towards cultivating virtues, improving your character, and making choices that align with your values and well-being. Acceptance of the external world. Acceptance of the external world is another important Stoic principle that encourages individuals to embrace reality as it is, rather than resisting or struggling against it. This principle is closely related to the idea of recognizing what is within your control and what is not. Here's a deeper exploration of this concept. Embracing reality, acceptance involves acknowledging the current state of the world, including both positive and negative aspects. This doesn't mean you have to be passive or indifferent, rather, it's about understanding that certain things are beyond your control and that resistance often leads to unnecessary suffering. Facing challenges, instead of avoiding or denying challenges, Stoicism encourages facing them head-on. Accepting difficulties as part of life's natural course enables you to address them with a clear and focused mind. This attitude helps you respond constructively and adapt to changing circumstances. Finding inner peace, when you accept the external world as it is, you free yourself from the mental turmoil that arises from constantly desiring things to be different. By releasing attachment to outcomes, you can achieve a sense of inner peace and contentment, regardless of external circumstances. Differentiating between preferences and attachments, Stoicism teaches the distinction between preferences and attachments. While you can have preferences and desires, you should avoid becoming overly attached to specific outcomes. This prevents the negative emotions that arise from unmet expectations. Living virtuously, acceptance doesn't mean passivity or resignation, it's about aligning your actions with virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. You can actively work to improve yourself and contribute positively to the world while understanding that certain outcomes are beyond your control. Examples. Acceptance, acknowledging that rainy weather is a natural part of life and adapting your plans accordingly. Non-acceptance, becoming frustrated and angry because the weather is not what you expected, despite your inability to change it. Ultimately, the principle of acceptance in Stoicism encourages a mindset shift away from futile resistance and towards a healthier way of engaging with the world. It encourages you to channel your energy into areas where you have agency and control your thoughts, actions, and attitudes, while allowing the rest to unfold as it will. This practice can lead to greater equanimity, resilience, and a more balanced outlook on life. Choosing your reactions is a core Stoic principle that emphasizes your ability to control how you respond to external events and circumstances. It's closely related to the idea of differentiating between what's within your control and what's not. Here's a deeper look at this principle. Response control: while you might not have control over external events, you have complete control over how you interpret and react to those events. This principle underscores the notion that your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are within your power to manage. Mindful consideration: when faced with a situation, take a moment to pause and reflect before reacting impulsively. Consider whether your initial reaction aligns with your values and the desired outcome. This reflective pause allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react emotionally. Choosing virtuous responses: Stoicism encourages responding to situations with virtues such as wisdom, courage, patience, and kindness. Instead of reacting out of anger or frustration, you can intentionally choose responses that align with your highest values. Practicing self-discipline: this principle requires self-discipline to train your mind to respond rationally rather than emotionally. It involves acknowledging your emotional responses but not allowing them to dictate your actions. Adapting to circumstances: by choosing your reactions, you can adapt more effectively to changing situations. This adaptability helps you navigate challenges and uncertainties with a composed and focused mind. Reducing negative emotions: by consciously choosing your reactions, you can mitigate negative emotions like anger, envy, and resentment. This contributes to your overall emotional well-being and prevents unnecessary suffering. Examples: negative reaction: someone criticizes your work, and you immediately feel hurt and defensive, leading to a heated argument. Chosen reaction: someone criticizes your work, and you take a deep breath before responding. You consider whether the criticism is valid, and if it is, you thank them for their feedback and commit to improving. The choosing your reactions principle is a powerful tool for enhancing emotional intelligence and cultivating resilience. It empowers you to navigate life's challenges with grace, maintaining a sense of inner peace and control even in the face of adversity. It's a skill that requires practice and mindfulness, but over time, it can significantly improve your overall well-being and relationships. Seeing value in adversity. Seeing value in adversity is a Stoic principle that involves recognizing challenges and difficulties as opportunities for personal growth, learning, and the development of virtues. This principle encourages individuals to shift their perspective on adversity from something to be avoided to something that can be embraced and used for their own benefit. Here's a closer look at this concept. Training ground for virtue: adversity provides a chance to exercise virtues like courage, patience, resilience, and wisdom. Just as a physical workout strengthens your body, facing challenges can strengthen your character and virtues. Overcoming comfort zones: easy and comfortable situations rarely encourage personal growth. Adversity pushes you beyond your comfort zone, promoting self-discovery and the acquisition of new skills. Building resilience: the more you navigate and overcome difficulties, the more resilient you become. This prepares you to handle future challenges with greater ease and confidence. Developing gratitude: adversity can help you appreciate the good moments in life. When you experience difficulties, you become more aware of the blessings you may have taken for granted. Learning from mistakes: adversity often stems from mistakes or failures. Instead of dwelling on the negative aspect, focus on the lessons you can extract from these experiences. Cultivating humility: adversity can remind you of your own limitations and vulnerabilities, fostering a sense of humility and empathy towards others. Pursuing meaning: difficulties can prompt deeper introspection about your life's purpose and values. They encourage you to consider what truly matters to you. Examples: Adversity, losing a job unexpectedly. Seeing value, using this opportunity to re-evaluate career goals, acquire new skills, and find a more fulfilling path. Adversity, going through a tough breakup. Seeing value, reflecting on the relationship's lessons, focusing on personal growth, and using the experience to strengthen emotional resilience. By embracing the principle of finding value in adversity, you can reframe challenges as stepping stones towards self-improvement and inner development. This mindset shift empowers you to face difficulties with a positive attitude, making the journey through life's ups and downs more meaningful and enriching. Practicing detachment. Practicing detachment is a Stoic principle that involves freeing oneself from excessive attachment to external outcomes, material possessions, and circumstances. By doing so, individuals can cultivate inner tranquility and reduce the influence of external events on their emotional well-being. Here's a closer look at this principle. Freedom from emotional turmoil. Detachment helps you avoid being emotionally disturbed by things that are beyond your control. It prevents over-reliance on external factors for your happiness and peace of mind. Reducing anxiety. When you detach from outcomes, you let go of the anxiety that comes from constantly worrying about how things will turn out. This promotes a more relaxed and serene state of mind. Emphasizing internal values. Detachment encourages you to prioritize internal values, virtues, and personal growth over external validation and material gains. Non-attachment to material possessions. While you can appreciate and enjoy material comforts, detachment prevents an excessive fixation on possessions, which can lead to dissatisfaction and a never-ending pursuit of more. Embracing impermanence. Detachment is rooted in the understanding that everything in life is transient. By accepting impermanence, you can face change and loss with greater equanimity. Focusing on the present moment. By detaching from worries about the future or regrets about the past, you can fully engage with the present moment and experience it without unnecessary baggage. Examples. Detachment, enjoying a vacation without fixating on capturing perfect photos for social media. Non-detachment, constantly checking your phone during the vacation to ensure you're getting the best pictures to share online. Detachment, pursuing a goal diligently but not allowing its achievement to define your self-worth. Non-detachment, tying your self-esteem to the success or failure of the goal, leading to extreme emotional highs and lows. Detachment doesn't imply apathy or disengagement from life, rather, it's about maintaining a healthy relationship with the external world while recognizing that your sense of contentment and peace comes from within. By practicing detachment, you can experience greater freedom, resilience, and inner calm, regardless of the circumstances you encounter. Managing expectations is a Stoic principle that involves approaching situations with a realistic and balanced perspective. By aligning your expectations with the nature of the external world and recognizing the impermanence of circumstances, you can reduce disappointment, frustration, and negative emotions. Here's a deeper look at this concept. Realistic outlook. Stoicism teaches that setting overly high or unrealistic expectations can lead to disappointment and distress when reality doesn't meet those expectations. By managing your expectations, you create a more accurate picture of what's likely to occur. Minimizing discontent. When you expect too much from a situation or person, you set yourself up for dissatisfaction. Managing expectations allows you to find contentment in what you have rather than constantly yearning for more. Embracing uncertainty. Life is inherently uncertain, and circumstances can change unexpectedly. By acknowledging this reality, you can adapt more gracefully to unforeseen changes. Cultivating resilience. By learning to manage your expectations, you develop emotional resilience. You become less affected by setbacks and better equipped to handle challenges. Focusing on effort. Instead of being solely outcome-focused, Stoicism encourages you to focus on your effort and how well you align your actions with your values. The outcome is not entirely within your control, but your effort is. Applying gratitude. By managing your expectations, you can better appreciate the positive aspects of your life. You're less likely to take things for granted when you're not constantly seeking something better. Examples. Unrealistic expectation, expecting your day to go perfectly without any obstacles. Managing expectations, recognizing that challenges can arise, but you'll handle them to the best of your ability. Unrealistic expectation, expecting everyone to agree with your opinions and decisions. Managing expectations, understanding that people have different perspectives and that disagreements are a natural part of human interaction. By managing your expectations, you can approach life with a more balanced and accepting attitude. This doesn't mean settling for mediocrity, it means embracing the reality of life's unpredictability and learning to find fulfillment in the process of living and striving rather than being solely fixated on the outcomes. This Stoic principle promotes emotional well-being and a greater sense of harmony with the world around you. Gratitude and acceptance. Gratitude and acceptance is a Stoic principle that encourages individuals to cultivate a mindset of appreciating the present moment and embracing life as it unfolds. By practicing gratitude and acceptance, you can foster inner contentment and reduce the impact of negative emotions that stem from desires and expectations. Here's a closer look at this concept. Gratitude, recognizing and acknowledging the blessings and positive aspects of your life, no matter how small they may be. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have, fostering a sense of abundance. Acceptance, embracing the external world as it is, without resistance or attachment to specific outcomes. Acceptance involves understanding that not everything will go as planned and being at peace with that reality. Present moment awareness, practicing gratitude and acceptance brings your attention to the present moment. Instead of dwelling on the past or constantly seeking the future, you learn to engage fully with what's happening now. Reducing negative emotions, gratitude and acceptance help mitigate negative emotions such as envy, resentment, and frustration. When you appreciate what you have and accept what you can't change, you experience greater inner tranquility. Fostering inner contentment, by focusing on the positive aspects of your life and being content with what you have, you can experience a deeper sense of fulfillment regardless of external circumstances. Examples: gratitude, expressing thanks for your health, supportive relationships, or simple pleasures like a warm cup of tea. Acceptance, acknowledging that rainy days are a natural part of life and adapting your plans accordingly instead of being upset about the weather. Gratitude, being thankful for the challenges you've faced because they've contributed to your personal growth and resilience. Acceptance, embracing the fact that not everything will go according to plan and finding peace in adapting to unexpected changes. Practicing gratitude and acceptance aligns with the Stoic perspective of focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, attitudes, and reactions, rather than trying to control external events. By incorporating these principles into your daily life, you can experience greater joy, contentment, and a more balanced perspective on both the challenges and joys of existence. By internalizing these Stoic principles and incorporating them into your daily life, you can develop a strong sense of inner peace and resilience. Remember that practicing these principles is an ongoing journey, and it takes time and effort to fully integrate them into your mindset and behaviors.